lovers. I'm Sean McMurray, and this is
Katiie Mariie.
And welcome to wdflm.com's Triumph Tuesday Confessional, where we share stories of goals and obstacles that we were able to overcome and achieve. And on this Triumph Tuesday Confessional, what do you have to share with our music lovers, Katiie Mariie?
Well, today I'd like to talk about the fear of flying. A lot of people suffer from this condition, and I used to be one of them, but that changed. And there's a story behind this. So, about 5 years ago, Sean and I took a flight home from Kansas to Miami. On that flight home, we hit the worst turbulence I have ever felt in my life. I am a girl who's been flying all her life, and that got real. As we're in the air, I'm sitting next to a woman who's already pretentious and snotty. The plane starts shaking, and then I promise you, whatever air cloud we hit so hard that I bounced up out of my seat 6 inches. Women, children, and men were screaming. People were throwing up. Drinks were spilling. And to top it off, I was sitting away from Sean, who was about 8 rows behind me, laughing. And all I'm sitting here thinking, oh my God, I'm gonna die over here in Texas. Here's a tip that got me worried. My dad was a pilot in the military, and then he retired as an aircraft mechanic. He always told me to keep my eyes on the stewardess, and if her face is calm, you're good. However, I was in the front, and I was looking at her, and she was freaking out trying to grab the phone. So I was scared, needless to say.
It was bad. It definitely was bad. But, I mean, she's been flying her whole life, and so have I. You know, I've practically traveled the world.
He's exaggerating.
I've traveled the world. I've traveled all over the U.S. I fly every year, multiple times every year.
It's true.
But even with all that, nothing compares to combat flying into Iraq.
Okay, well you got me there.
Okay.
I'd probably poop a brick.
It is literally straight down, and then landing and takeoff is the same exact way. And so
Your balls are in your stomach, basically.
Basically, and nothing compares to that, you know. So that stuff is for the kiddies, you know.
I wasn't in the military. He was. Obvious difference here. So here's what helped me. After that particular flight, I would constantly get nervous to fly, and I would get sick, and I'd start having to take anxiety pills. I don't like taking pills. But one flight in particular was last summer I took with my sister. We flew from Philadelphia to Las Vegas to attend EDC. And that entire flight I was nervous, but my sister, who is very kind to put up with me, let me know and reassure me that the flight would be okay, sending out positive, smooth vibrations. And we got there, and it was a smooth flight from flatland to mountains. It was smooth, no turbulence, thank God. But she put up with me, and since that Delta flight, I haven't had any issues. So I feel like I'm cured, and that's a triumph for me, not taking medications and getting anxious to fly. I'm talking about to the point where I wake up the next night before telling myself I don't want to die. It's bad, but you can get over it. At the end, like Sean says, you're either going to get there or you're not.
Mm-hmm. You've already made that decision once you got on that plane, so
that's true.
50-50.
So Sean, would you like to tell the world any little goals you came over?
Yeah, these videos, right? I'm a perfectionist to a fault, right? Mm-hmm. If it is not to a certain standard of quality and what I envision, and it just doesn't work, you know. It doesn't work for me anyways, and it's actually a huge negative, right? It's okay to have high standards, but to have standards to where it fails you from launching, you know, and from doing things, that's where it becomes a fault. And I feel that I really have that, right? And for me to release these videos, right, was a big deal. You know, I've been working on this for half a year, since the beginning of this year. Yeah. And, you know, I just came to a point where I understand that Rome is not built in a day. So with your guys' support, these videos will continue to get better. And so that's why I'm nominating these videos as my Triumph Tuesday Confessional, and because this is just really a big deal for me, for us to get these videos out to you guys, and to see the positive interactions that we've had with people, the positive results that we've had with people, really shows that we are on the right track, and these things will continue to get better. And with that, I'm Sean McMurray, your small town boy doing big city things, and this is
Katiie Mariie.
And thank you for watching.